Happy Sunday, everyone. What's going on? What's going on? Hope everyone's having a blessed Memorial weekend. Of course, this is another installment of the Southern Baller Show. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. It looks like for right now, just for me and JB. The other brothers are doing family things and moving and shaking, which is all good. I know they'll catch the live or hop on when they can. But that's not gonna stop the show, of course. JB, what's going on, man?
No, it's not. What's up, bro? Man, bless, man. Another day.
Hey, man.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, man. We going. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's probably gonna be a little short show. Of course, I've said that in the past, and may be an hour, but we'll see how it turns out, though. You know.
It's whatever, man.
Uh,
Let's see. Let's see.
all right. So in football, just talking about casual football talk, or this is a segment we can talk about anything. Uh, as far as HBCU news, a lot of people, or the Jackson State faithful, are excited about the uh, running back room for Jackson State because they already got Earl Mulligan and they just signed a 3-star running back from Akron. So they already
Mm.
named Clyde Prince the third. So they already got Irv
What's
Mulligan,
his
which is
name?
a complete beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Clyde Prince Price third, Clyde Price the third, and
Okay.
he's a pretty good running back. So so Jackson State is going to be looking to try to dominate in the run game again. If you know anything about them last season, their running backs were basically their best asset. Even though they had a mediocre year last year, or not the year
Mm-hmm.
that they won it, but they they're looking impressive as far as rebolstering that running back room. But as far as you, JB, what's going on with you? What's been exciting you? Whether football, could be basketball, whatever the case may be.
Well, first of all, with the Mulligan, man, I'm a big fan of him. I know when he came from Walford and transferred to Jackson State. Uh, I loved his tape, how he bounces off of tackles. He always looking to get extra yards. Fan of that. I thought it was a great pickup by Jackson State. Can't wait to watch him this year.
It was
Um, I love I loved watch I love watching him in the Bayou Classic when they played um
Southern.
Grambling State. Go Southern, excuse me. No, that's
Oh,
it's Southern versus
Grambling, yeah,
uh
yeah.
Grambling. Well, when they played Southern and Grambling, they're two rivals.
Hmm.
I enjoy watching Irv Mulligan run the ball.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I mean, as far as that, man, I've been watching USL. Um, the Brahmas gave the Birmingham Stallions, their first loss yesterday.
The
So I
Brahmas.
really
Okay.
enjoyed that game. Yeah, yeah, man. The Brahmas, San Antonio Brahmas. I think they 7-2 now. And Stallions like 7-0, 8-0, something like that. And it was a game where it was a close game at first, but then later on, like the Brahmas, man, they played good defense. You know,
Here we go.
um,
Mr. Shelton. Brock Purdy's better than Joe Montana, man. Get out of here. But shout out to Mr.
man,
Shelton
get
for
your
sure.
ass out of here, Joe. Shout out Shelton, man, Mr.
And
Shelton.
J Bar, salute family. Appreciate you supporting. And then my brother, Big Joe Townsend. He was on there cutting up with he was on there cutting up with Will, man. Had it rolling. Y'all subscribe to that brother, man.
Ill Will, man. Ill Will got a good channel, man.
Yeah, he do. He do. But yeah, man. Yeah, Irv Mulligan and their new addition will definitely look to improve that Jackson State offensive side of the ball. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, you JB, you been on your basketball kick. What's been going on in the playoffs?
Man, right now, man, Boston is beating Indiana, and it's been close games too. And I was telling Pops yesterday because me and Pops has been watching it. It was very important for Indiana to win that first game because I don't think that they're gonna win. I think they might win the next game, but it's possible that Indiana might get swept because Boston is they in their bag. They're finding ways to win. Um, on the other side, Luca and Irvin has been showing out, man.
Against the Timberwolves.
I picked the Timberwolves to win, of course, and I'll say it to myself and to others. The only way that I see Dallas winning this series if Kyrie and Luca is in their bag, and they've been in their bag, man. They've been making incredible shots, putting the team on their back, and their other teammates, like Lively and other couple of pieces on their team been stepping up and making a couple of plays when needed. The Timberwolves are just coming up short, man. And I ain't gonna lie, Ant-Man haven't been having the best games shooting wise. He looks tired, he looks exhausted, but that's pretty much it, man. It's been a good series all around. Even with the Indiana versus the Indiana and
Boston.
Boston series, they've been close games. So even though the Boston has a 3-0 lead, the games has been really close. You know what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying the NBA, playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that this was some of the best playoff games they've seen in years. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it's it's been very entertaining. It's been very entertaining.
Because I ain't gonna lie, because of work and everything, I've been catching the glimpse of the playoffs and watching it a game here and there, and then the games that I've seen has been definitely entertaining. So,
Right.
Okay, all right. Um, Anything else regarding the topic for especially in football?
Man, football, man, everybody, NFL, man, they just doing OTAs. You know what I'm saying? They are doing practices, the mini cap with the rookies. Everybody running around with their shorts on and helmet. So it's really nothing. Everybody just excited. I always say, it doesn't matter till they put them pads on and them pads start popping, man. And the first preseason game where you get the idea of who's gonna make the team, who's not. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing with the college, man. The college landscape, man. Everybody is, in and out the portals, man. And we already had the spring practices. People like Coach 67 Sports TV did their teams, and my Tar Heels did their spring practice, and Mike Brown didn't even televise his practices. I'm really interested in the quarterback competition between Max Johnson and Connor Harrell. In my opinion, because I think I'm not impressed with Max Johnson, even though I think he had some raw deals, and when he was with Texas A&M and LSU, he had 2 coach changes.
Yeah.
But when he did get a chance to play, I mean, he was okay. He was not terrible. he is a starting quarterback in college football. You know what I'm saying? And you know in his ranks, he is a starter. But I think Connor Harrell got more ceiling. So, but
Okay,
I could be
I
wrong.
agree.
But that's
I
it.
agree when it comes to that. But like you said, this is time in as far as the NFL OTAs going on, so everybody running around uh, in their practice shorts, and doing walkthroughs or whatever. And then for college, all the uh, all the student athletes are jumping in portals and trying to see which team fits them the best, and coaches are doing so as well. So um, yeah, so it's just the beginning of the season, or the off season, I should say. But let's get into it though. Let's go. We going to get into the main title. Uh, Ryan's B sample is positive. Any thoughts? So those who don't know have been living under the rock. Ryan Garcia basically was pop dirty for steroids, and the A sample was positive, and then everybody was waiting on the B sample to come out. The B sample came out sometime last week. JB,
Yeah,
correct me if I'm wrong.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, and it was positive. So it was hilarious because Ryan Garcia was swearing up and down on social media. Oh, it's a conspiracy. They lying. Uh, doing all these
Illuminati.
illogical Illuminati and all that. But bro, if it's in your system, it's in your system, man. Come on. And I didn't. There's no coincidence. A lot of coincidence. A lot of coincidences in this life. When I saw that picture with Tyson Fury and Ryan Garcia, or that video, I should say, of them, chopping it up, I was like, okay, that makes sense. Both
Bir-
cheaters,
you
getting
know,
together.
yep.
But
Birds of a feather,
yeah,
man.
man, birds of the feather for real. And then other brothers in the LDBC have already cooked on this, but of course, brothers and sisters, I should say, going to shout out with them sisters and the queens of the ring, Nick J and Boxiana. But
Bastian, yeah.
yeah, but what is your thoughts on this, JB?
I think his ass need to be banned from the sport. Point blank. Period. I don't feel sorry
Mm,
for him. Anybody else who's defending him, you're a piece of shit. Because if it was anybody else, if it was a black fighter, everybody would have something to say. You know what I'm saying? So I think him and his mama ain't shit. Uh, Bernard Hopkins ain't shit. Uh, Oscar De La Hoya ain't shit. And
damn.
I love Coach Derek. Shout out to Texas. But as of right now, you under an investigation. You in the ain't shit category right now. Um, Everybody let that boy, what I'm saying, almost kill Devin. And Devin, in my opinion, Devin got more points with me, man, because he could have laid down. If I was the coach, man, I would have told Devin to lay down, bro. If I was his, I'm not Bill, but if I was his coach, I was like, lay down, man, fight another day, man. But Bill
About the fight, yeah, I
and
agree.
Devin are from a different cloth. They from the Bay, man, and them dudes is cut different. So he kept getting up, and he was like, "What's up? We still got more rounds to go. Let's go." You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that all you niggas want to talk about Rocky movies and stuff. That's some Rocky shit right there. You know what I'm saying? But
Facts.
of course, you don't get that. The Rocky labels and scenarios don't go to the black fighter like Deontay Wilder,
Mm,
who Tyson Fury was playing with his gloves and cheating and having egg whites, and that brother kept getting up. I love shit like that because everybody want to be a champion when shit going good, but when shit going bad, you still fight. So man, fuck Ryan Garcia, bro. In my opinion.
Oh, and one of my one of talking about Bay Area, the legendary Big Joe have hopped on the panel. What's going on, bro?
Salute to the family, my brother Jared, my brother JB. What it is, what's happening, what it is. Yada though. What's up with y'all?
Yeah, I don't know for real, man. Ain't nothing, man. We just chopping it up and giving our uh, opinions on this cheater Ryan Garcia.
What's up, town?
JB, what up, cuz? What's cracking?
Same old man, same old.
Hey.
But what's your opinion on this topic, Big Joe?
Well, everybody's been cooking Ryan Garcia, so I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm gonna do some praising for Devin Haney.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me just say, Ryan Garcia ain't shit. Everything he did on purpose. He came in 3 pounds overweight on purpose. He took juice on purpose. You don't, Osharine don't accidentally get into your system. You can't get that by taking an over-the-counter medication. That has to be either shot in you, or you have to get it prescribed by somebody who knows how to use steroids. But anyways, everybody's cooking around. Let me speak on Devin. Devin is the fighter that y'all swear that y'all want in boxing. Y'all say y'all want a fighter who takes all the smoke. You say you want a fighter who makes all the fight happen. Y'all say you want a fighter who's tough as nails, who's a true champion, who stands on his merit and stands on his word. We have that in Devin Haney. You see, y'all say y'all love black fathers. You know, Father's Day's coming up, by the way, 6/16. Y'all love black fathers. Y'all want more black positive male role models in the world. In the world of brothers wearing purses and painting their nails and doing weird stuff, we have men out here like Bill Haney, LeBron James, and we have strong brothers out here representing. But y'all tear brothers like that down. Y'all don't want Bill and Devin. You know what I mean? Y'all want the the Drakes and the dude and the Caleb Williams. I mean, that's who y'all want. But then y'all bash them brothers too for painting their nails. So y'all do more complaining than anything. But Bill and Devin is the epitome of black manhood. Devin wanted all the smoke around. Devin could have took the easy route. As soon as he came in overweight, he could have canceled the fight and fought Sandor Martin, and he wouldn't have to go through none of this ridicule that he's going through. But like Devin say, Allah is the master planner. Devin had to go through this trial and tribulation for him to reveal and for him to see. I hope Devin saw everything. See that boxing is not everybody in boxing hates you. See that you have to care about your own well-being because nobody else in boxing is going to do it for you. Don't try to do the right thing in boxing because nobody else is doing the right thing. You have to only care about yourself and do what's in the best interest of DHP. Don't do what's in the best interest of the fans. Don't do what's in the best interest of boxing because boxing don't care about you and the fans are going to shit on you and every chance they get. Any fighter out there who's laughing and kikiing and ha-haing, this is going to be you. If you black, this can happen to you. Deontay Wilder went through it. Devin Haney's going through it. Shakur, it can happen to you. Tank, it can happen to you. It already happened to Earl Spence. We saw how much ridicule Earl Spence got, all the memes and everything. I still ain't seen no Tyson Fury memes. Tyson Fury got dropped all over the place. I ain't seen no Ha Ha Davis video. I ain't seen no Bubba Dub it. I ain't seen nothing. But y'all still snapping on Earl, snapping on Wilder, and snapping on Devin. So shout out to Devin for being a true champion. He got dropped 3 times and he got up. The same thing y'all praise Fury for. Y'all say Fury got up like the Undertaker. Devin Haney got knocked down 3 times by somebody who was on steroids. He had over 600% the limit they needed to have in the system. He took those hooks and he still got up and still fought and still won rounds. And y'all bash him and y'all crack jokes about him because y'all supposedly are Tank fans or y'all supposedly hate Bill because he talked too much. Some of y'all talk too much in y'all own damn household. Some of y'all talk too much at work. Some of y'all wives tell y'all to shut the hell up, but Bill talk too much. Bill's doing too much. Bill's in the limelight. I mean, y'all be the same ones at y'all sons and daughters' little league games, and y'all be cussing out refs and cussing out coaches and running onto the field. Y'all do the same stuff that y'all criticize Bill Haney for. Bill Haney has made his son a
Preach.
millionaire. Bill Haney's gonna make his other kids millionaires. Again, y'all idolize Floyd because of the money that he has. Bill Haney already had a Rolls Royce. Bill Haney already had a Bentley. Bill Haney already had a Rolex. That's why his son don't idolize Floyd, because he's seen that. Tank, all them other fighters, the first time they ever seen money is when they seen Floyd. The first time Devin seen money is when he grew up with it. Remember, he was Silver Spoon Kid, remember? Can't be Silver Spoon Kid without money. So when you grown up with money, you're not impressed by insecure men like Floyd or insecure men like Adrian Broner. That don't impress you. But those are Tank's role models is Adrian Broner and Floyd Mayweather, and we see how they act, and those same things are rubbing off on Tank. But anyways, I'm gonna digress and say Devin is everything that we need in boxing, but Devin is also everything that we don't deserve in boxing. The
Facts.
same way y'all criticizing Devin is the same way y'all would have criticized Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali got criticized for being a loudmouth and talking too much. So ain't nothing changed but the weather. Yada.
And then the only rebuttal I'm gonna give you, back then we had a little bit more pride, or way more pride than we do now. Today, man, it's
Scary out here, ain't it?
Yeah, very scary, and it seems like, and Big Joe said something that resonated with me. It seems like there is money in humiliating not just black folk, but that black person is actually doing the right thing. Have y'all noticed that? We ain't talking about the black person doing
Yep.
something stupid. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know what they do. I'm talking about the black person that's actually, doing the right thing. You know what I mean? As far as integrity wise, it seems like there's money in that. But that's just me. My thoughts.
Or if
But yeah.
anything, they put there's money in humiliating brothers like Devin, but they put money towards men who are already humiliated themselves for pushing the agenda. Guys like NBA YoungBoy. Everybody make excuses for him. Everybody feeling sorry for him. Give him chance after chance. They give guys like that chance after chance, but Devin, he ain't shit. Bill, he talked too much. He got somebody already doing the right thing. Again, everybody loves the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and the Cosby Show, but we have a real life living version of that, and y'all talking shit. So it goes to show you that folks really don't want change. Folks really just be running their mouth.
Complaining. They be
Yep.
They
complaining
talk
and
about
running
they
their mouth.
want to change, but they really don't want it. I think a lot of it, once they see what they have to give up and sacrifice to make change, they get quiet and they bow out. But yeah, this is I'm done talking about this.
Because it's easy to criticize. It's easy to criticize Bill, but it's hard to replicate what Bill is doing.
Yes.
Facts.
Bill can talk. You can say anything about Bill all day long. Okay, cool. Do what Bill is doing. Make your kids millionaires. I want to see it.
Uh-oh. And that's why exactly a lot of people hate him, because they can't do it. Don't know how to do it.
They got opinions about what he doing, but they don't see. You're right.
Yeah, it's yeah, man. But so my last question on this, I said I was gonna move on, but I lied. I have one last question because I really want to know what. Starting with JB, what do you and you touched on it in your prior answer. What's going to happen to Ryan Garcia after
I don't
this?
give a
What do you
damn.
think?
I don't give a damn if he ever fight again. I don't care. I don't think he takes the sport seriously. He needs to be a content creator or whatever the fuck. But I don't care what he does. If you want to get in the ring with somebody that's trying to, you know, um, do the right thing like Devin and Regis, you a bitch. You a bitch because everything you said is bullshit about Devin cheating you. Devin made the weight,
Regis
and
Pro Grade. That's
when
what we
y'all
talking about. Regis Pro
rehydrated,
Grade.
yeah, and when y'all both rehydrated, y'all hydrated to damn near to the same weight. You got your ass whooped, bruh. And even at a little about a couple of pounds heavy, he still was faster than you. So stop. This boy was on PEDs. Period. Devin passed all his drug tests. So I don't care, man, what happens to Ryan, man. I just hope if he has mental issues like he say, I think it's manipulation. Me personally, I hope he get help. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't care. That's my answer.
Okay. And that's you know what funny. A lot of so-called people gonna hear your answer, JB, like, "Oh, that's very Christian of you." But y'all wasn't saying that when Ryan cheated that boy and putting all that foolishness on social media. Keep
I'm
that same
not,
energy.
man. I'm not worried about people putting that Christian get on me. I follow God's word how I follow it based on what He says, not what's popular. Some of you
Facts.
who claims to be Christians go after what's popular. That's why we had a problem with Prime bringing his goofy ass talking about something. I trust your God. Do you know what God he's following, Prime? I think we need to be careful, man. This shit ain't high school, man. Some of y'all niggas want to sit on the popular dudes table. This is not high school, man, and y'all acting like some high
Real
school
life.
ass people, man. And I don't want to be around, or I don't want to associate myself with those type of people, man. So
Facts.
it is what it is.
Yeah, man. Shout out to brother Brent Fox, man. He said listening, but wanted to say that brother Joe is spot on. Strong black fatherhood is a threat. That's facts, man. And then he also say salute to brothers LDBC family in chat. Yes, sir. My brother, Big Reg, hopefully the big boy talk. If speaking of real men and real fatherhood, y'all need to subscribe to this brother, man. Big Reg, host of the Big Boy Talk, man. Y'all check him out, man. But same question to you, Big Joe. What you think is going to happen to Ryan Garcia after this?
To be honest, you know, Ryan Garcia, he knows the secrets of the world. Remember, he's been in the Vatican and he knows the Pope and he knows the secrets. He knows powerful people, you know, so because of his connections, he know Donald Trump. I mean, like, you know, with all this going on, he should probably only get maybe 6 months. He'll probably get 6 months, probably get fined maybe 7,500,000, and that'll probably be about it. You know, because he's a so-called first-time offender. He really should get 2 to 5, But because he knows the secrets of the world and he has so many connections, he's had all the evidence on his phone that he could expose people. So I think that he'll probably only get 6 months because all the higher ups don't want the all the secrets to get leaked. Because the elites are after Ryan. So since he's one of the elites, he don't want to expose the secret. So I say you're gonna do 6 months.
That's all, huh? Well, that would make sense. That definitely makes sense, man. But any final thoughts before we move on, brothers?
No, sir.
All right.
No, sir.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the final topic, brothers. All right. We have to talk about us being basically fans of college football growing up, and it being part of the college football season, especially the college football season growing up, and uh, uh, it being canceled as far as the college football video games in general being not just EA Sports being canceled due to the Ed O'Bannon lawsuit in 2012 or 2013. Those who don't know and those who are living under the rock, this coming July in the summer, college football 20 EA Sports College Football 25 is coming to your consoles and maybe PC later on. So college football is and video games is back. EA Sports is back, but the only issue is a lot of people are skeptical. I'm tongue tied today. They're nervous because of who's making the game, EA Sports. And a lot of people are not happy with EA Sports because the latest Maddens that they produce people are not happy with. So JB, going to you, what do you think? Is it going to be will you think this game is going to be any good because EA Sports is making it, or people just need to just shut the hell up and just enjoy the ride, and we'll see.
I'm gonna say this, okay? Shout out to my boy Virtual Footballer. He's a gaming channel. He talks about this, especially with sports games. Play a game for yourself. Play a game for yourself. You got a lot of people that like to influence other people not to like a game. There's people that's paid on YouTube that are paid to bash Madden. Not saying that these past Maddens have been perfect. I think yesterday on my boy Coach 67 Sports TV, he made some good points on their show on Bayou Talk. So I understand the past Maddens that haven't been up to expectation as when we were growing up, but they wasn't terrible. Like this Madden that just came out wasn't a bad football game, but because of their reputation, people automatically trash it. I would say give it a chance, enjoy. If you like it, you like it. Play it with your family, your friends. You know what I'm saying? But don't go off of other people's words, and you might miss out on some good times with your family. You know what I'm saying? That's what, in my opinion, games is supposed to be for. Family thing, and just to relax, especially if you hardworking men like these dudes on the panel that you see. You know what I'm saying? So just see for yourself before you criticize, man. Don't go off of what another motherfucker say, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. D Weezy said, even if fellow, shout out to the brother D Weezy, man. He said the fact that EA has lost complete face from their fan base is truly sad. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people are not happy. D Weezy. Um,
And
going to
that's
you.
their fault though. That's their
Yeah, it
fault
is.
though. And I just want to add, that's their fault. But I know some of them, like me, Jared, me and you be having conversations, you know, behind the scenes. And some of
Right.
these games are not that bad. They're not great, but it's
At all.
just
Yeah.
like some of the things that Coach was saying yesterday on his show. People have just they're not willing to give the games a chance. But I'm saying don't do that. Experience it for yourself.
Yeah, and you're right. It's all on EA because, like for example, like on Madden 2021, right? They finally put mouthpieces back in there. People been complaining about putting mouthpieces back on the latest console Maddens, and they finally did in 2021, which we are appreciated. But they still haven't created, fixed a lot of the bugs and did the, remember the creative player on creative teams on Madden of the PS2 and original Xbox days, where you can just create any team. You don't have to um, wait. Now they got where you have to play the franchise. You have to relocate the team, which is trash. So, to your point, this is what stuff they can do better. This is why a lot of people are not happy with
Correct.
EA, and EA
And
is seem like
and
ignoring that. Go ahead.
correct. And those are fair points. My thing is you got people who are paid on YouTube to just bash EA. You know what I'm saying? I understand people like the ESPN 2K5 football. Man, 2K ain't made a football game in years. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I understand we want more competition from EA, but I'm just saying, don't just go by what people say. Experience for yourself.
Okay, I agree. I agree. Uh, Going to you, Big Joe. What's your thoughts?
Can you brothers hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um. Yeah, I'm on the same lines of as JB. If you don't like who's creating the game, just don't buy it. But like the brother also said, try it out for yourself and see if you like it. Now I understand that like the premium deluxe package is gonna be like $100 to $130. You know, so I understand. That's a lot of money now. Times is rough and everything. So yeah, but for a game for you to try again, you might $130, 100 or whatever, hundred some dollars it is. It is a gamble, but yeah, but try it out because this game, we've been clamoring for a college football game. Bring back NCAA. We bring it back, and folks still complain about who's making it. And this were the same people who were making it beforehand. So if you still play the 06, 08, 09, this new version is going to be better than that because it has better graphics and there's more things you're going to be able to do. Like, I still play Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, even though everybody still loves GTA 5. Yeah, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the graphics are not as good as GTA 5, but I just like the game. So everybody's preference is different. So if you love video
Same
games,
here.
if you love NCAA, go ahead and play the game and try it out for yourself. Or if somebody else has the game and they buy it, play with them. Play with your partner who bought it and see if it's going to be worthy of you buying the game. So like for me, like I love John Wick movies. A lot of folks hate John Wick. If I want to buy somebody else's ideology, I wouldn't have watched any John Wick movie. But I watched it. I love it, and I love them all. So, it depends on preference. You're not going to be happy completely with any video game that you buy. There's always going to be something you're going to feel some kind of way about. Like, oh, I wish they did this, or I wish they did that, or I wish I can, like in Grand Theft Auto 5, or I wish that we can customize the interior. Like you're going to find something. Humans are big complainers, so they're going to find anything to complain about. So this
Nitpick
is what
about.
we
Yeah.
all wanted. This is what we all wanted. Buy the game, try it out, or if you are skeptical, play with one of your partners on 2-player mode, and then go from there. but this is what we wanted. And it looks really good to me. So regardless who's making it, we getting the damn game. So be happy we getting the damn game.
Facts.
Fact, facts, man. Well, beautifully said, Big Joe. And I want to welcome my brother, my main co-host, Coach 67 Sports TV. What's going on, brother, man?
Peace and blessings to y'all gentlemen this afternoon. How y'all doing?
We
Man,
making it,
we
man.
can't call it, man.
What's up, Coach? What's cracking?
Not a whole lot, bro. How you doing, Big Joe?
Just marinating. You feel me? Just marinating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But I know you came in a little late. We already cooked on Ryan Garcia, but on this topic, I want to keep the flow of this topic though. What's your thoughts on the new EA Sports College Football 25 game coming out? And some of the skeptics of the game
Well,
because it's coming from EA Sports.
Salute to Junior the Troops. I'm gonna use one of his phrases. Excuse me for being tardy to the party. Well, in this particular instance, I'm extremely late, but you already know my feelings on Ryan Garcia. I've touched on it numerous times on my channel. I also addressed it on episode 45 of Bayou Sports Talk yesterday. The double standards ridiculous. He reversed the roles of himself and Devin Haney. I promise you they will try to crucify Devin Haney. And the fact that Devin Haney is the individual that's wronged in this instance. And they still come to Ryan Garcia's defense is absolutely disgusting to me. Also, in terms of this particular topic, we kind of touched on this topic yesterday too. Basically, I've always been an individual that likes games in 3 different categories. First, I like fighting games. Even when I was a kid, I liked games like Pit Fighter, Street Fighter 2, Mortal Kombat, that type of game. And of course, since I'm a coach, my 2 favorite sports are football and basketball. And as a result, I also like basketball games like NBA Jam, NBA Live, NBA 2K. The NBA Jam dynamic is a little bit different because the reason being, because instead of it being 5-on-5, it was 2-on-2. So if you had 2 players on the team, like for example, Orlando Magic back in the day, you had Shaq and Penny Hardaway. That was 2 players that represented the Orlando Magic. If you had Phoenix Suns, you might have Charles Barkley and Kevin Johnson and Dan Marley or whoever, because it was 2-player game. It was pretty much modern day NBA, except it was 2-on-2. Either you had the long ball or you're trying to get to the cup and dunk. That's pretty much it. It was an excellent game. And later on, I liked NBA Live was the game. I think the only thing that really pushed NBA Live out of the way and allowed NBA 2K to emerge, it was the fact that NBA Live, they got complacent. The game wasn't what it once was. Like King Ray was saying yesterday, episode 45 about you sports talk. It just seemed like it was copy and paste for a while, and then eventually their complacency, it pretty much got them pushed to the side. Another game emerged and came to the forefront, and that was 2K. And 2K, it's not what it once was. Probably about 4, 5, 6 years ago. They're kind of in the same boat with NBA Live. They're in the same boat Live was maybe in about, say, maybe 2006-ish, 7-ish, whatever. So the only thing that helped 2K was the fact that another company hasn't emerged with a game that could compete with 2K the way 2K was able to do it live back in the gap. Lastly, we addressed Madden in NCAA football in terms of Madden. Madden hasn't been the same game for years now. The last game that I really bought over Madden was Game Day 98, 99. At the time, all my friends had PlayStations, but I had it was another type of console. So they had game day, and the reason why I bought the game day was because he said, the guy at if I'm not mistaken, it was electronic boutique, some other like gaming, while you would buy gaming consoles and video games, because I live in Baton Rouge, so it was at the Mall, Louisiana, which is the only mall in Baton Rouge at the point. But basically, he was like, this company taking over, for gaming consoles, whatever. And College Game Day is better than Madden at the time, because just like Madden is now, it's pretty much copy and paste the same game. Where he was like, College Game Day, not College Game Day, NFL Game Day is a more competitive game. Basically, at that time, if you put it on all Madden, it was extremely easy to beat the computer even still. Whereas Game Day gave you more of a challenge. You could pretty much, do the same play over and over again on Madden. There was no adjustment by the computer, whereas Game Day was more challenging. You had to kind of gradually learn how to play the game, on the hardest level and adapt. Whereas, if you play on the hardest level on Madden, the computer wouldn't adapt. You still could pretty much do the same thing over and over again with no real adjustment. Whereas, when it came to College Game Day, for about 2 years, like 98, 99, it was better than Madden. And then, of course, the reason that game kind of went away was because the console that they were on, Sony, they came out with another console. That's when they really got the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was what really kind of set the bar and allowed Madden to really push Game Day to the side, because basically Game Day was on another console. But the years that Madden was like excellent, like I said yesterday, was like 2000. But to me, it seemed like at a point like every other year, like Madden was an excellent game, and every other year was trash, because at that point they were doing more experiment with the game. Whereas, like, just say it's 2000, they had an excellent game. 01, really didn't move me. 02 was phenomenal. 03 I wasn't impressed with. 04 was a phenomenal game. Mike Vick was on the cover. Just excellent and phenomenal. 05 was trash. Even though I had cousins like Bulldog and friends that like 05. To me, 05 was rather trash. They tried to experiment with it that year. It really didn't.
Why 05 is trash with Ray Lewis on the front? I got a problem with it.
Well, you got a problem with it, JP, but I'm calling it spade a spade. Look, when you're trying to add these extra features and you try to experiment, I didn't care who was on the cover. From a gaming aspect of it, I thought the game was just flat out trash. So I didn't care who was on the cover. I didn't care who was on the cover. I cared about, how I played, how I felt playing the game. 04 was phenomenal. 05 was trash. So you always have years, but somebody like myself, I'm like, man, I didn't like this feature. I think they added maybe the truck stick to that particular year. And I'm like, man, it just don't move me, And you got guys who really shouldn't be running over people, just running people over, so on and so forth. And of course, you had hit stick and had truck stick. To me, it just, it was another feature that to me, they fixed something that really wasn't broken. You should have just left it the way it was. But they tried to, I guess, add some flavor to it. I really wasn't feeling it. Then you get to the point where, of course, they come back 06, it's better. Then after a few years, it seemed like a sputter. Towards the end of the last couple of years, I really was into it. 08 and 09 was an excellent game. Really, at this point, I think the last year I really kind of liked it. Might have been maybe about, I'm gonna say maybe 20, 21 or whatever. I had the updated version of it. Really and truly,
21 was good.
Yeah, it was good. The current version of it, it's kind of mid at best. The reason why I play it because I have a young nephew, Kay's son, and him and I play it. He looks forward to Uncle coming and we playing the game together. He's the reason why I really play the game. Of course, I'm so much older than my nephews and the players I coach. Like even the players I coach, I remember like a few years ago, he was like, man, coach, I bet y'all smash you in Madden. I'm like, son, if me beating people in Madden and killing them, I'll have a graveyard under my belt. I promise you don't want to see me. So he challenged me in front of the class, like, man, hey, I'm gonna play you online. He said he sent me the invite. I'm like, dude, I never got no invite. Of course, the reason why I never got the invite because I had an older man, I think it was like 19. I had like a man that was like a year or two before. They was all playing the updated man. But, you know, when I told him what the real was, he like, man, coach, ain't gonna lie, son, you can play. I really don't want no smoke, but I can't curl out in front of my friend. I'm like, boy, you crazy, you know what I'm saying? But really and truly, I think it's a decent game. It ain't what it once was. And the same thing with NCAA. You know, there's some years but I don't remember what year it was, but NCAA was a fire game one year, and then the feature I really liked the best about NCAA one year was basically you was able to take your college class and import them into Madden. You know, this probably was the most fun I ever had playing NCAA, but most importantly, the most fun I ever had playing Madden because what Rude Dog would do, he would get these souped up animals that's like glorified creative players, and you know he got an incoming draft class. You know, of course, you know I'm a Saints fan. I always take the Saints. He the type of person he could drift from team to team. So what he ended up doing was he was like, "Hey, cuz I got this." You know, of course, you know I'm like 8 years older than him, but what he did, he was like, "Man, I got this, you know, feature with the woo or whatever." So he like, "Let's go franchise mode, man. I'm gonna import a draft class." I'm like, "All right, cool." So he ended up gutting his whole roster. He took, I think, the Patriots. So he traded Brady. I should have known something was up right then and there. But he traded Brady. He traded all the best players on his team. He got like $150 million in cap space. I'm like, dude, we gonna slaughter y'all. He's like, I should have known something was up then. All right, so first pick in the draft, he got this quarterback in college. And I didn't pay no attention at first. I'm like, hold up, man. This quarterback 6'10". So quarterback 6'10", wide receiver 6'9", you know, just ridiculous stuff. So we get to playing the game. Of course, after his draft class, he went from like $150 million, something ridiculous in cap space, to like $5 million. So basically, he got the first 10 picks of the draft. He got 10 superstar players. And I'm like, man, what is this, bro? So I should have known something was up. Of course, you know, you drafted a rookie. Like, you know, ordinarily, the highest a rookie could be is like 88. All his rookies are like 95, 96, 97, 98. I'm like, oh, man, it's ridiculous. This is some bull job right here. So I'm like, all right, whatever, let's get it. So I got the Saints. And at the time, you know, the Saints' best cornerback, Tracy Porter. So he got this big 6'9", 6'10" wide receiver. So I'm thinking about, all right, I'm going to play press coverage on him. So I play bump and run. And then all of a sudden, the wide receiver just running the open field by himself and he scored a touchdown. I said, hold up, man, something ain't right. Let me hit the instant replay. So, of course, Tracy Porter in press coverage. Hit the replay button. All of a sudden, like Tracy Porter, Superman flying backwards. Instead of him flying forward, he's flying backwards. I said, hold up, man, let me see what this dude's strength is. Man, I go to the dude's strength. The dude's stronger than Albert Hansford, who's the strongest player in the game. So, Albert Hansford had like 98 strength. His wide receiver got 99 strength. He a wide receiver. So he's throwing an offensive line. So, of course, you can't play press coverage on this dude because when Tracy Porter getting bumped and run, he's flying backwards like Superman. I said, oh, man, it's some bull crap. I don't care if this dude was the number one pick of the draft. There's no way he should be throwing wide receivers like 20 yards down the field, you know what I'm saying? So then I already knew to fix in. So he got basically some souped up animals, you know what I'm saying? So I still ended up beating him like multiple seasons. You know, we'll play twice a year. We'll play once in the preseason, once in the Super Bowl. You know, I was much better in the game than him, but him having such a competitive advantage, such a huge competitive advantage in his favor on the actual game, it kind of made the game extremely competitive. So I might have beat him multiple seasons in a row, and it got to a point where he finally beat me. The only thing that really kind of like turned it down for him is the fact that, you know, just kind of like let me give you a boxing analogy. You know, Vladimir Klitschko from the outside looking in, he seemed like he was the perfect fighter. But once, as a boxing fan, once you take a closer look at him, you're like, wow, he is a glaring flaw. Like, he can't take a punch whatsoever. And these souped up animal creative players he have, you know, he might have 10 perfect players at their respective skill positions. Like he have, you know, a perfect fullback, perfect tailback, perfect quarterback, perfect wide receiver, a few perfect linebackers, perfect strong safety, but he had glaring holes in all the other positions. Like his offensive line was trash. You know, he would have to take outside linebackers and put them at defensive end, even though they rate them be high. At the end of the day, they were really, they were excellent pass rushers, but they couldn't stop the run. So he have all these flaws, like glaring flaws on his particular team. So that's what kind of made him like easily beatable. And then in addition to that dynamic, the last thing was, his feature back. He'll be a phenomenal player, and on the surface, he'll seem like a perfect player. He seems like a perfect player, but he will always fumble the ball, especially in key and clutch moments. So him fumbling the ball is what kind of always gave us a competitive advantage. So once it got to a point, he really got better at Madden. And, I started to kind of get some of his souped up freak animals. I didn't get as many as him. I'll get maybe one every couple of draft classes, because it got to a point where Donovan McNabb was a 9-8 quarterback. Ordinarily, you got a quarterback that's a 90. Like, you're doing excellent. On this game, you had so many souped up animals at quarterback. You have a quarterback that's a 90 that's just sitting out there in the free agent market. Nobody didn't want to touch him. The reason they didn't want to touch him is because all other quarterbacks so good that a 90 quarterback is a scrub. So that told you like how many souped up animals he had in the game. That particular feature, of course, eventually he ended up beating me like once, and it was like the most monumental game ever for him. But at the end of the day, like having these type of features, it kind of is what made NCAA what it was. And when you guys have somebody to play, because prior to that, like off-season mode is just, I used to skip through it. But with him, I hate to say it, like the off-season mode, like literally the best proportion of the game. Like literally, we would sit there for hours. I remember one day, I wasn't teaching at the time. I didn't have a coaching job, so like we were working with my uncle. So he came home, came to the house like literally like 7 o'clock that morning. We stayed up and played that game till like, if I'm not mistaken, like 3, 4 in the morning. And it seemed like the time just flew by. So if they could get a feature that makes this game that compelling and where you want to play it hour after hour after hour, and it seems like no time has gone by, it's gonna take it to the next level. But from all like the reviews and everything I was hearing, like it's gonna be supposedly it's a trash game according to people. And like Big Joe said earlier, you have to kind of play the game and evaluate the game for your own experience. You have to have your own take, give your own analysis. You can't just jump to other people's opinion, and you have to kind of let things play out and see for itself. And I never watched John Wick, but I've always heard the John Wick analogy is phenomenal by Big Joe, because I always heard people try to compare John Wick to Brian Mills and Taken, to Robert McCall and The Equalizer. That's a perfect analogy. Of course, I felt like Brian Mills was he was excellent in Taken 1. Taken 2 and Taken 3 was kind of mid to me. I felt like Robert McCall was an excellent character in Equalizer. I felt like if you put the three of them side by side, they'll be phenomenal. But I felt like, the Denzel character, Robert McCall in Taken, just from the little bit I saw John Wick, I felt like he was the best of the three characters. But other people like Big Joe might have a different outtake on what I just said. So I think that was a perfect analogy. You have to kind of see what NCAA would it hit for yourself, so you can make your own observation and your own evaluation.
And I was gonna say the reason why I was playing with you when I was talking about Madden 05, but you made a good point, because this is how I feel about 04. 04 is probably one of the greatest Maddens ever made, as far as a movement. I like how the player, especially on the offensive side of the ball, moves, especially with Vic. If you get Vic, you can't stop him, right? But I just didn't like if you have a starting quarterback and Peyton Manning go down and his backup come in. The defense was kind of loose on 04, especially with the DBs, and so a backup quarterback like JP Lawsman can come in and still have like 250 yards stolen. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But and to your point, I think that's why they overpowered it on '05, where they brought in the hit stick, and then everything was overpowered with defense. But then '06 came, and that's when the balance came. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think the '06, don't get the PS2 '06. I'm not a fan of the Xbox PS3 '06. The
Xbox
PS2 '06 is
360,
better. Yeah, it's
Xbox
better.
was garbage.
But no, but that's an amazing observation because I used to like to play with certain teams. Of course, my Saints is always at the top of that list, but that particular year, like you said, like '04 is probably the best. You're right, it's probably like the best match ever, in my opinion. And the thing, everybody wants to play with Vic, and I used to play against so many dudes. It would get to a point where I'm like, hey, look, because of the Michael Vick experience on Madden, like it got to a point when you playing dudes, like, all right, no more creative players. If you don't have a player that if you don't have to play, if you're not playing with the team original roster, it's crazy because like I said, I used to smash dudes and throttle dudes on Madden on a consistent basis. So dudes would always come with memory cards, like, hey, let's play now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, what's up? Me, I never ducked no smoke. And then you get to the dude, and of course, again, they have some souped up monsters. He'll be like, hey, just one creative player. And this dude will be like a 99 quarterback from the heavens. Now this dude trash. I smacked this dude like, 42 to 14 or some crap. And all of a sudden it's a close game. But I was such a good player, I could navigate those type of things. But and like you said, the defense was so trash. That particular year, I have dudes that'll be like mid players, and they'll push me to a limit. I had a cousin that hadn't played, like, he hadn't played Madden in years, and I was smacking everybody. I'm playing him. He had the Falcons. I had, my team was either the Saints or not. I'll play with the Minnesota Vikings, and dude like, oh man, that's but you got Randy Moss. All you got to do is jump on. I'm like, man, like, quit crying. I'm like, all right, I'll take somebody else. Well, you can't play with the Saints season. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. So I played with somebody else, and the way it was set up, like, if you playing a preseason game, there was no overtime. So he ended up playing me like a 28 times. And I'm like, bro, this dude is not that kind of player to be hanging with me. So he was right. The defense was like non-existent in that particular year. Especially there, like a creative player, you could put up phenomenal numbers. Even if you had an average player, then of course, when you're playing against the Falcons, Vic, you got to spine with a linebacker. The linebacker's too slow. You spine with two DNs, so now they can just run the ball down your throat. So it's like, man, hey, no matter what you did, got to a point where, defensively, I was spine with two outside linebackers. I mean, two defensive ends and a middle linebacker. But the problem is, now you can't stop a nosebleed on defense. So at the end of the day, he right. That was like the one glaring flaw in that particular year, where you would have guys that would be mid players at best, and I'm not just saying mid overall, I'm talking mid at best, and they could give you a close game or even almost beat you because like the defense was so non-existent. It'll be 4-25. Especially if I got the Vikings. I'm gonna just throw it up to Randy Moss and we're gonna score a touchdown. And that was like one of the glaring flaws, like from like 2000 to like '04. The defense just was so bad. You could perpetually double and triple Randy Moss and you still couldn't stop him. That's why guys didn't like me to take him. So at the end of the day, that was an excellent point and excellent counterpoint by TV,
Right, because '05 had some issues. I didn't like the I just didn't like the D line play sometimes, but I think it was better. It still was better than '04. But like I said, the defense was better, where the offense wasn't so overpowered. '06 was good. I think it was one of my favorite. '07 is one of the GOATs as far as is more of the balance Madden's out there. I love playing, like you said, importing my college player into Madden '07. And then that's when they had the roles, like I remember one year I had like uh, one of the best defensive linemen in the, in the nation and in Madden. Like, and one of the roles was like force of nature. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
Yeah, I used to
yeah,
love that
it
force of
was
nature.
yeah. So I mean, you got to play the game. You can't. So like I said, you can't just sit back and go um based off what other people say. Because like I'm gonna keep saying it, you got other people. You got people on YouTube that is paid to trash the game. You know what I'm saying? So and like Town said, you can't not watch a movie because what other people said and say, well, that movie is trash, and then you watch it, you end up liking it. You see
And
what I'm saying?
JB,
So
just to speak on that part where you said they people on YouTube paid to play the bash the game. Excuse me, bash the game.
mhm,
Not just by
mhm,
competitors, right? There may
right.
be a community that don't like Madden, and they want to hear. Uh,
They want 2K back. They want Madden.
yeah,
Like you
exactly.
got the
Oh yeah,
Madden
you're right.
2K5 back.
So they are panhandling for a company
ESPN
that
2K5. Yeah.
yeah, and they want games like 2K5 or 2K8 or All Pro Football 2K8. They want that back. You know what I mean? So they want 2K to so bad, basically make a football game, which I want that as well. I ain't gonna lie, but
They're making too much money off of 2K with the microtransactions and stuff like that. And the My Team and stuff where people basically pay to play a video game. I mean, that's when I stopped because here's the thing. I wanted to go back to uh, 11 and 12, 10, 11, and 12, where you, like, if you do a My Player,
2K,
or
yeah,
2K, and you improved your player by grinding. You don't gotta pay, out hard on money out your pocket to improve not for a damn video game. And then that's one thing I said, that NBA Live 19 was in a good direction. It wasn't a perfect game by all means. It was okay, but when you did like when you created your dude, it was no microtransactions. It was just you grinding, and that's one thing I think that if live do come back, because I think the best lives was like '03, '04, '05, '06 was good, and then
No,
they started to fizzle out with '07.
05 and '04 and '05 were like the best years to me. And I ain't
Yeah,
gonna lie.
I agree.
Hey man, y'all fellas making some killer points. But one feature that I really used to like on Madden was the fact that you have training camp. Training camp,
yes,
you can take your player from being good to just phenomenal, and that's one of the things we used to love about Madden. But like I said, fellas, on this particular topic, y'all just killing it. Y'all kind of bringing back memories in terms of, some of the things that used to make some of these games amazing. And just when the one final point, y'all right about certain communities, just trashing stuff and not even getting paid. But I think they feel like, just like these anti-LDBC haters, even though I never really sit there and listen to them, based on everything like the brothers tell me, like, you could tell this guy, he just pandering to Ryan Garcia's fan base or audience, just to grow his channel, even though that's really no guarantee you're going to get to where you need to be anyway, though, you know what I'm saying?
facts. And now Jason 6. Now you talking about Coach talking about bringing back memory. Now you can't tell me shit about NFL Street or NBA Street. Okay, me and Jason had wars in those games. You hear me? You can't tell me shit about NBA Street or NFL Street. Those were that especially Volume 2, NBA Volume 2.
NBA.
That's
Street.
probably one of the best. Yeah, NBA Street Volume 2 is probably one of the best basketball games I ever played. Because
EA is up there that EA created. Yeah.
Yes, because you could play with Jordan, you could play with all the legends. Julius Erving, and you can create your own dude and in the street, like in the street context, and then play against them. And you can create your own team. You can play with
And
all the Jordans. You can play with the Wizard Jordan, the Young Jordan, and the Prime Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So
now
that's
let me tell you
and
something though. Why I put in, I know it's basketball and football, but what I put NFL Street 2 over uh, what I give him the edge as far as a complete sports game. You could import your player from NFL Street 2 into Madden '06 on
I forgot
PS2,
about that. Yes.
and you could play Superstar, that player on Superstar on Madden '06 on PS2, in which Madden '06 slept on. I know a lot of people say Madden '06 was the base to improve, which Madden '07 on PS2, Madden '08, and even you can go as far as Madden '09. It's probably one of the best Maddens you
Best
can play
games
on
ever.
PS2.
Yeah, '09. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie, '09 was killer, bro.
'09
I
slept.
kid you
See,
not.
people don't know about that, Coach. People
Oh no,
on that
I'm not.
Madden '09.
When I talk about me and Rude Dog being up for like literally hours, I mean, bro, like our uncle didn't come. He didn't. My uncle, well, he got ill now. He's getting ready to get in the car with my mom. He was a carpenter and a general contractor, just like my grandfather and his older brother. Of course, the thing that kind of separated my uncle that got sick that I was working for at the time, and my grandfather and his older brother. He the second to the baby. Basically, the thing that separated him from them as carpenters was he was more like in tune with the business aspect of it. But he had multiple jobs going simultaneously, and this one particular day he didn't have no work for us. So Rude Dog, instead of us going to work, he came to the house. Bro, I kid you not. He came like 7 o'clock that morning, and we was like, oh, well, we got to miss a day of work. Let's just make the best of it. He came. And we played Madden '09, and he imported them NCAA players. Bro, I kid you not. We get the off-season mode on Madden, and we ran through maybe, it really was only like one season. And bro, I promise you, it was from 7 that morning till literally like 4 the next morning. And he was like, man, ordinarily, I don't like to miss work though. But he said, man, cuz I hope Unc don't pick us up tomorrow. We don't have no work, so we can run it back. And I'm like, bro, ordinarily, I'm like, man, you tripping. But that particular day, I was in agreement. That's how much fun we had. That's how quick the day passed. And in terms of like live, like he right, live 04 and 05 were those 2 years. I'll probably say the only game I probably had just as much fun playing probably was maybe Double Dribble. I know that's a little bit before your time because I'm a little bit older. I'll probably say Double Dribble or NBA Tecmo Basketball probably was the only game. Oh yeah, and Running Gun. Running Gun was also an excellent arcade game. It really wasn't as good in terms of the console itself when we playing, but Running Gun was an excellent arcade game. But those are like the games. I think Live 04, Live 05, probably still a GOAT in terms of NBA games. But I think Double Dribble on Nintendo, the original Nintendo. And I'll probably say from an arcade standpoint, Running Gun. And I'll probably say, you got some years 2K was decent, but probably on the Nintendo, I'll probably say Tecmo NBA basketball. It probably was, it was their answer to Tecmo Bowl. The kids at the school called it Retro Bowl now. I'm like, bro, that's just Tecmo Bowl. They just renamed it. It's the same thing. They're like, oh, coach, you got to be a dinosaur to know this. I'm like, bro, shut up. But yeah, but those are games,
Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
And
tell him
shout
about
out to
that
my
game.
brother. Hold on. Shout out to brother Hendo, the Roll Pie. He said, "What's good, my people?" JD6. He said, "What it do?" And JB was just talking about NFL Street. D Weezy said, "I would like to see competition between NFL games." Yes, sir. That's what made the game, and that's why Madden was good back in the day, because 2K was on their ass with with 2K4 and 2K5. ESPN Football 2K4 and 2K5. Yes.
Yeah,
And
no,
Elite said
that's
even
what.
the FIFA Street was wild. Yeah, and I never played FIFA Street, but a lot of people said they were the games, especially for soccer fans. They were good games. But go ahead, coach.
No, but that's what pushed 2K from a basketball standpoint to the forefront because live got complacent and it really wasn't improving like King Ray was saying. But these copy and paste games are pretty much the same game year to year. And if they do add a feature, it's a stupid feature and it diminishes the game significantly. Or it's just like change for the sake of change. Or if the game getting stagnant, instead of you making improvements, then you just stay stagnant. And that's what live was. Live was literally complacent from year to year. And then around that point, that's when 2K started emerging. Him got 2K, 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 2K. It wasn't where you had YouTube back then where, just like you got the LDBC and you got these LDBC haters who just hate for no reason. They won't be on the opposite side of the fence to grow their channel, even though a lot of them still scrubs and really have no fan base anyway. But even with that being said, like, it wasn't nowhere, hey, I'm a bash Madden, I'm a bash whatever, just because I follow ideology of this particular group. It was none of that. It just was like this a game I think is the most compelling. I think it's the best game. So that's when you got a game like NBA Live to just get complacent, and 2K steady making improvements. They steady changing, and they're getting better. It's like in Madden having this player. You got training camp, and he a rookie, but he mid, and you sending him multiple training camps in a row, and then he jumped from being like maybe a player that's a 70, and next thing you know, he in them late 80s, early 90s. So that's what you really want. You want a game that's gonna continue to grow and try to improve from year to year.
I agree, man. And I was gonna say, Jared, what was it that one game that was what we was playing? It's not Tecmo Bowl, but it's more current that me and you enjoy that Coach gotta play. You know what I'm talking about? What's it called? Oh, Jared. I think Jared fell off.
Yeah, he fell off. You say what game is what, bro?
There's a game that me and Jared played like a recent, like a couple of years ago, or I would say last year, and it's kind of like Tecmo Bowl, but it's more current.
No, it's Retro Bowl, bro.
Retro Bowl.
Yeah, that's all it is. Because the reason why I know that's it because students in my class talk about it, and I'm like,
yeah,
you're not playing Tecmo Bowl? They was like, no, coach, this Retro Bro. I'm like, bro, it's the same game. They just changed the name of it. And it was like, oh, all right. But that's when I told you the student was clowning with me. He made the joke that, hey, you got to be a dinosaur to know this. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's all it is. It's Retro Bowl. They just took Tecmo Bowl and they changed the name of it. And I haven't seen it on a gaming console. It's mostly like you play like on a computer or online or whatever,
You're right. Jared, are you there? Yeah, man, that's just crazy, man. But man, I just can't. I'm gonna enjoy it because I know I'm gonna play it. Me and Jared gonna play it together. And when I play it, get a chance to play it by myself. There's some things I might critique on it, but I'm not gonna shit on it just because I haven't been liking Madden lately. And to be fair, this current Madden has brought back the training camps and stuff in franchise mode. So I mean. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you kind of low, bro. Low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, bro.
Yeah, man. It froze on me. Everything froze on me, so I had to log into my phone, bro. Oh, yeah, man. But I was saying Legend Bowl. It's called Legend Bowl. It came out for PS4 and PS5. It's called Legend Bowl. The game you talking
Oh,
about, JB?
oh, all right. So to me, it sounds a lot like retro bowl that these kids in my class play on their Chromebooks in class. You know.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty much the same thing, but Legend Bowl is a little bit more better though because you can do a franchise. Even though it's it's a digital game. It's pretty good. I ain't think I was gonna like it. It's pretty good. What's up, Anthony Bolton? But yeah, man, we gonna see how this game this game turns out, man. We definitely gonna see. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the show, man. Coach, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
Of course, you can catch me on all social media platforms at Coach 67 Sports TV. That's Coach 67 Sports TV. I have a Facebook group now, or Coach 67 Sports TV Facebook group. You can catch me on X, which is formerly known as Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram. However, I'm primarily here on YouTube. Yesterday was episode 45 of Bayou Sports Talk with myself, my sister Kay, my cousin King Ray, and also, getting ready to drop some more Southern University content. But I have a big announcement pretty soon. So y'all, tune in and tap into my channel. Come check me out. I have up to between videos and live streams, I have up to 300 now. Of course, I got more videos than I have actual subscribers, but the channel and the platform is growing. I'm finna do something that's gonna be a game changer. I'm trying to take it up to the next level. So check me out. Got a big announcement coming soon. But I appreciate all of y'all that's been rocking with us since day one, since my brother Jared 11 Green and I was on our first episode when it was just 7-8 tapping in, and that pretty much was it. It was just two of us, chopping it up about HBCU sports and Southern University, HBCU football in general. It's crazy how much we've grown. Even though we haven't reached our ultimate goal, it's to the point where even once we do reach a certain plateau, we're not gonna hit a wall, we're not gonna hit the ceiling. We're just gonna keep going and keep growing. So we appreciate it. Everybody that's tapping in with us, everybody that's rocking with us, and especially the day ones that have been rocking with us since day one. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all support. Y'all have a blessed and phenomenal evening. Have a blessed and phenomenal Memorial Day. We'll catch y'all on the rebound. Peace and blessings to everyone.
Yes, sir. And JB, I appreciate you, being there behind closed doors and supporting. I appreciate you, man.
No problem, man.
All right. Well, all the brothers, man, I salute everyone for coming in, seeing what we're talking about. I appreciate you. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Like Coach said, y'all have a blessed Memorial Day. Any family member that, especially any Vietnam vets, or if you still got a World War II vet still alive, man, especially if they black and they fought for this country, take that time to celebrate them, man. But with me saying this was another installment of the Southern Baller Show. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Y'all have a blessed day.
Peace.